Hey, what's going on, everybody? So Jacob here with ZeroToHeroTrader.com, and we're going to do a little Sunday, or not Sunday anymore, Tuesday Hangouts session here and see what everybody's looking at for the week. All right, take just a minute here and we'll wait for some people to hop in. And I'm going to try and find the link for the stream here. Here it is. For the week. All right, take just a minute here and we'll wait for some people to hop in. And I'm gonna, there we go. What's up, man?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. What's going on, pretty lady?
What's up, man?
Are you streaming it or not?
Yeah, it's on. Stream's on.
All right.
So I just put the link for the stream there in the Tuesday Hangouts channel. If anybody wants to check that out, follow along on the screen share real quick.
Sounds good.
And real quick for the video, just go over the disclaimer. So we're not financial advisors or financial professionals. So you have to throw a disclaimer in there. Trade at your own risk. Trading is risky, and don't trade with any funds that you can't afford to lose, and so on and so forth. So, Sorab, what are you looking at for tomorrow? Anything?
To be honest with you, I'm not even logged in, and today I was just busy at work, so I didn't even get a chance to trade.
Dude, me too. I didn't place one trade today. I'm pissed I didn't either because it was a huge update. What's that?
I say I told Sticks based on level 2. It looked like it was an all-day grinder, meaning that it was just going to keep on going up for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Without much, going down. And that's exactly what it did today.
Well, I could tell yesterday, and I even put it in the chat. I think I was telling Shahzad, after hours, I said, "Man, this thing's gonna hit 3,000 tomorrow."
Yeah,
and it was like it hit right over, like I think 3,003 was the high or something like that.
Yeah.
And my dumbass didn't get any trade on that.
Yeah. I'm mad at not keeping my UEX puts, man. I sold them too early.
Yeah.
I was bearish. I was bearish on like a lot of the trade because of that.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I wanted to look at was at SPY on the daily. And let me add in a squeeze here.
I was bearish on like a lot of the trade. All right, I hate myself. Never to hear yourself.
Man, that looks like shit. Hold on. Let me throw it to here. It looks so weird like that. Alright, I have to turn all this other stuff off, I guess. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get it.
All right.
There we go.
All right, I'm logged on, so let me know whenever you're going over it. I can give you a couple of the stock symbol and what I'm in also.
This doesn't show it on here, but it shows it on my phone. That's strange. Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get my chart set up here. Oh, that's why it's Hikanashi.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm getting my taxes filed today. Today's the last day. We got 2 hours left. Be right back.
Alright, let me go back to PPR. Oh, that's why I had it set to weekly. Really? Check my phone. Sorry, we're just getting set up here. It's like sounds like a bunch of garbage, but let me get everything set up and then we'll go. Oh yeah, no wonder that was on a weekly. Okay, that's why. I'll just wait for Saurabh to come back here. But what I've got set up here, I wanted to take a look here as the SPY on the weekly chart set up a squeeze here on this TTM squeeze indicator, indicated by these red dots, and it's also on the upper side of the 0 line there, meaning that it's got a little bit of a bear or bullish lean. So I'm really kind of expecting this consolidation to resolve to the upside from that. And we can see the last time that we had this happen is back here, and we got a really nice run from about 275 all the way to 293. So we got a really nice run out of that. So I'm really expecting this, out of this consolidation, if we can clear the highs there, to have a really nice run in the next couple weeks. Yeah, so I just wanted to just see what you guys are looking at for tomorrow. I'm usually, when I'm trading, I'm usually just like scalping the futures or whatever. But I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start back to scalping some option plays as well. So I know you guys are hitting like the Rokus and Tesla and Boeing and things like that, Baba, Amazon as well. Amazon is actually one that I used to hit daily last year, and actually ran my account from $1,000 all the way up to about $8,000 within, I think, 2 months last year. just trading Amazon. That was a really, really fun period of trading. Just scalping Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. But Amazon's kind of, the past few months been kind of crazy, so I kind of stopped trading it and trying to get more into the futures side of everything. But anyway, I gonna be doing a little bit of the option scalping as well in the coming weeks, so be adding that back in. But let's take a look at Roku. I think Roku did some crazy shit today.
It does that a lot.
Yeah, it definitely does.
It's a good volatile stock, but it's because I think so many people pay attention to it. That's the reason why it goes cuckoo so many times.
Yeah. Dude, this shit exploded today. Holy crap. Did you trade this one today?
I wish I traded. I'm still relatively new to this is Hydro. I'm still relatively new to trading regular stocks. Like I've only really been watching videos and tutorials and stuff for the past month and a half, maybe. I've been in crypto since January, and that has the poll has gone up my rear end with crypto. So I'm kind of breaking even on that, and then just going to go into just regular stocks. So I'm going to start off with just that EMA / slow RSI / MACD strategy initially, just to see if I like it, see if it works for just scalping, because I mean that's basically what it's used for. So
it's a momentum type strategy.
Yeah, like I just kind of want to, because my main challenge or my main barrier has been looking at just the swath of different strategies, different approaches to trading, since there's so many and they're all unique to every single person.
Yep.
And I'm just kind of like, you know what, I need to like look at something that's just basic and simple as a starting point, because I can't just go into a complex strategy that requires a lot of understanding of the market and just general experience and price action. So I'd rather go with something that I can gradually get a grasp of price action and movement. So what I'm planning to do tomorrow is I'm going to look at Roku. AMD did some wild moves too today, and AMD is always a crazy stock. And
I'm actually an AMD long. I'm actually underwater in it from like 31.90 something. So I've been waiting for that one to come back, man. It kind of took a downturn in the last little tariff round, and it's still trying to come back. But yeah, I'm holding that one in my long-term account.
AMD, I think, will do well because of just how well they've been doing the past couple of years against Intel and coming out with good processors. If they can come out with a competitive video card to NVIDIA, I think they'll do extremely well.
I like their fundamentals, and their growth potential is really there. So it's a good one for a long-term hold, and it can be a really good one for short-term scalping as well.
Yeah, so it's Roku, AMD, Tesla. Those are the. I don't want to go too crazy with looking at too many charts, so I'm sticking with those three, and then of course SPY as well. And when I was looking at the charts earlier today, I did see several times where all those indicators crossed, and definitely could have gotten some scalps if I was looking for them. So I'm going to try that tomorrow and see what happens.
Yeah, so are you on the stream right now? Are you watching the stream as well?
I am, but it's delayed because, that's not your fault. That's stupid-ass YouTube. So
no, it will be. Just, you could just turn the volume down on it or whatever, and where you can hear in Discord, and you can see on
That's what I'm doing. It's
Yeah.
just I know that if you chart something out, or at least you're explaining something, there'll be a delay
There's a little
from
bit
when
of a
I
delay,
see
yeah.
it.
So let me set my chart up to where it's going to be something close to what you're looking at here. Okay, MACD. So I guess you're scalping options, is that right? Or you just stock?
That options. I'm
Options, yeah.
too much of a peasant, too much of a pauper to do regular stocks.
No problem, man. We're all, I think,
Because my
most
account
of
is
us are in the similar boat here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting off like I have more to put into my account, but I'm going to start up because the rule of thumb I look at is if I can't make profit with a $500 account, then there's no way I'm going to make profit with a $5,000 account. So,
Well, yeah, that's true and not true, I think, because with, like you say, with some of these plays, it's you have to have
more
maybe
capital.
$500 just to get one contract. you know.
Right, like Amazon and stuff. That's why I'm staying away
Yeah.
from Amazon. I mean, even Netflix. I mean, Netflix. The premiums have been insane.
Yeah, it's because that stock's so volatile. So with options, the premium is based on the implied volatility. So the more volatile a stock is, or the more implied volatility that it has, the more premium is going to be in that option.
right.
So you have your stock like Amazon, at the money, that thing's going to be like $2,000 for one contract. Depending on what day of the week, just because it may move that much. So by Friday, so that it's really, those premiums are based on the expected move or whatever. So,
But the good thing is that because they're volatile and because they're more likely to move, paying that premium at least will, depending on if you're looking at it right, will net you some kind of profit. So it really depends.
yeah, you just have to be aware of the theta decay too.
Right.
Because some, especially with these weekly contracts, I mean the theta can be like really annoying, especially if you get in something and it starts going sideways. I mean your position will just start to melt.
Yeah.
Just because of the theta decay.
Yeah, that happened with me a couple weeks ago. I went into some SLV calls and I did make profit on it, but like I sold most. I only did like I think 3 contracts or something, and I sold 2 of them and kept one open, and it spiked up, but then it started really falling down, and I couldn't get out of it, and by the time and it literally expired worthless. So it's kind of so I did profit, but I also lost some from that. But it was a very short contract, only had like the 1 week.
Yeah.
But obviously, the further the expiration, the more expensive the premium.
Right. Yeah, I think it's this one.
Because my predefined goals for what I'd like to do is end up making an average profit of like an ideal average profit to start off would be like 500 a week for a trading week, I mean. And then if that starts being consistent, then try to get 750 a week and things like that. So that's my main goal. Obviously, I know I have to first understand what strategy works for me first, which is what I'm doing. So profits aren't as big of a priority as so much as it is just winning consistently. So so that's going to be my main thing to focus on right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if you're expecting to make 100% in a week, you're gonna have trouble. You're gonna have a hard time. I think.
You mean 100% wins, or you mean 100% increase in the
like
account?
100% on your account in 1 week, you're gonna have a
Oh,
really
no,
hard
no, I
time.
know that. No, I know that.
Yeah. So, I mean, for scalps, we're talking about just from like one of the best guys that I know that does this kind of stuff is this guy Captain Zero. Okay, so what he does, and I don't know if Shazad explained some of how he trades, but what he does, he just mainly trades SPY, right? And
Yeah.
he'll go in maybe 100 to 200 contracts or whatever, which is irrelevant. But all he's looking for is the break of, say, a triangle or wedge pattern or something, and he usually likes to line up these the MACD and the slow RSI crossing the 50 line, and also I think he uses a like a 520 moving average cross or whatever. So he likes all those things to line up and then be incongruent with some type of pattern breakout, like a triangle breakout or a trend line break or something like that. And all he's looking for is 4 cents on the option. So if he buys 100 contracts of SPY for say 54 cents, he's only looking for that to go to 58 cents, and he sets a limit immediately, and when it hits at 58 cents, it'll take him out at 4 cents. So it'll be 4 cents profit at 100 contracts, $400, per trade. And he just does that over and over and over and makes a freaking killing. And he's probably like 97% accurate. He might have a loss like once, maybe a week, if that. And so, it's a really good way to trade, but you have to be super, like, incredibly disciplined with your stops. Just because you have to have a larger position to make those smaller profits consistently, if that makes sense.
I think it does. Yes, like in other words, you're saying that you have to have like in order to like he obviously puts in very, very large positions, but if you have a smaller account, you have to be more cautious with how far your stops are. Correct?
Well, no, even the way he trades, like, he has to be super rigid with his stop, because he may win 10 times in a row, but that one loss, it has to be small enough where he's making a lot more on the other 10 trades,
right?
That than that one or two losses. It's not going to take him out. So where we've had, I say we, some of the other guys in the chat room have had trouble trying to mimic that strategy. Is we're not as disciplined with our stop, and then we end up letting it run or whatever, say, oh, it's going to come back or whatever, and it ends up taking you out for a big loss just because, that's just what happens. So you have to, if you're trading like that, you have to set your stop and just be rigid with the idea that, okay, I'm going to get taken out. It's just going to happen, and that's just the cost of doing business. So you may get taken out once, twice, but you from your the confidence of your strategy that you're going to win many more times than you're going to lose. So if you get taken out, it's all right. Just wait for the next signal, type of mentality, and that's how he stays in the game, and he makes a lot of money doing that. It's very simple, and yeah.
And you're looking at the 5-minute chart with it. I mean, I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I mean, I usually look at the 1 minute for that stuff.
5 minute, 1 minute doesn't matter. I mean, I think what Captain does is he draws out his triangles and stuff on the 5 minute, and then watches it on the 1 minute for like the candles and stuff. He's really good at reading the candles and everything. But anyway, I think this day was not really good for it, but let me go to SPY and pick out some of these plays. Today really there wasn't a whole lot. I think there may have been like one or two. Let's see. That was all pre-market. Yeah, this one here. Ah. Okay, so you have one here whenever it catches up.
I'm just waiting for it.
So you have your slow RSI cross down the 50, and you back up. You had the ramp up going into that apex there. It started to roll over. You get the MACD cross, and I've got this little script that I made where it'll show up in the price action when the MACD crosses. So you get the MACD cross down there. So once you get that, you're waiting for, you could go short there, but I think with this strategy, you're waiting for the slow RSI to cross the 50 line. And so when it crosses that 50 line, you would be short here, and you'd have pretty nice scalp there. I think you could get your 4 cents very easily. So you can see how this strategy works pretty well. And sometimes you're going to get stopped out, of course. So the next one, we had the MACD cross up, and you had your slow RSI crossing up the 50 line in the same candle, and it kind of stalled out and rolled over. So you probably would have gotten stopped out on that one. And then the next one, kind of the same thing, kind of just waffling sideways there. But the very next trade was a really nice one. You had your MACD cross up, and then you wait for the slow RSI to cross the 50 line, and you had the nice momentum carrying it back up to the upside. So strategies, it's really simple, easy to follow. He calls it or Captain calls it a 1, 2, 3, and like I said, he's using also in conjunction with that a 5 and 20 EMA cross. But I think those usually happen anyway with the MACD cross. So you could add it or not. I think it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I do have them, the 5 and the 20.
Okay. So if you have all three of those lined up, that's what he uses to take his trades. And then also a lot of times, these plays will line up with a pattern breakout. So let me see if I can find one that has a pattern breakout. So this one probably. Yeah, that's probably one that they took. Him and the guy BBR in there. He's one of his students, and they usually end up taking the same trades. They're not even like talking to each other. They end up taking the same trades because he trained him. Kind of funny. So if you draw those resistance lines, and they're basically just triangles.
Yep.
And they're pretty easy to draw in there. And if we zoom in now, you can see that one there, probably this one here too. So you can see how they're kind of, incongruent with the, come on. This one with the breakouts. Wait for the stream to catch up there, but you can see where I drew in those white circles where where it's breaking those trend lines, and you're getting the slow RSI across the 50 line, and you have your MACD in the same direction as the trade, and it runs well far enough to make a nice profit.
All right. If Furu is back, what are you guys talking about? SPY?
I was just kind of explaining to him that 1-2-3 strategy that Captain uses. He's trying to implement that in his trading. So.
All right. Shit, you just gave him $1 million strategy for free? What's wrong with you, man?
Hey, man. Yeah, all he's got to do is ask Captain. He'll tell him for free.
Yeah. All right, let me tell you my portfolio.
All right, hold on. Let me clear all this stuff. Yeah, Hydro, hopefully you catch my drift on that stuff.
Yeah, so the triangle patterns definitely play an important role too in kind of confirmation of breakouts and stuff, along with crossing the so I'm actually paying more attention to the 50 crossing on the slow RSI rather than if it crosses the oversold line or the overbought line. Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
That's the trigger usually, I think. Is that
because at that point the market is shifting from one direction to another direction where, it's like in the middle where, it's going toward the bullish. The bulls are taking control, or the bears are taking control below that.
Right,
So,
it's like a consolidation point when it's hovering around the middle, and then once it starts moving in turning to one direction or the other. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because market can stay oversold and overbought for a long time, more than you expect, and especially if you're expecting a correction. A lot of time it may not happen depending on what's going on with the stock. Like, for example, he has a SPY up, but I don't even have to look at that, but I know it's overbought. Today's SPY is just overbought no matter which chart are you really looking at it, and it's not really correcting itself.
Yeah, not yet. We'll see if we get some nasty tweets later.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so if you're thinking it was overbought, you're getting in there for the bearish side, and you're playing today's expiration. Guess what? Today it's not pulling back today. It's just gonna stay that crazy overbought territory for today and keep going higher. Yeah, it's gonna have a minor correction, but the correction is 20 cents while it's going up 50 cents.
Makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, another thing you want to watch for. I don't know if I don't know where you're usually buying. If say other than SPY, you want to be as close to the money as you can get, because that's gonna increase your delta and increase your chance to your probability to make money.
You're right. That's how I'm planning to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the farther out you go, the less it's going to move when the stock moves. Now, if the stock has a big move, you can make more percentage on your money the farther out you are. But when you're scalping, it's really not worth it. The theta is going to eat you up, and then it's better to have a higher delta, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that does make sense.
And with the higher delta, your risk is also high. So you have to be very careful. You have to cut your losses quickly.
Oh, when the delta is high?
Your losses are also greater if it goes in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting off with this, like I said earlier, because it's I kind of want to just start off with something straightforward and easy to understand, which right now this is probably one of the few things that's actually clicking with me compared to all the other stuff I've seen before. And once I get comfortable with it, once I start to understand it, then, I'll try to look at other strategies, other things. Like I would like to learn things like, longer term trades, like, swing trades and things like that. But I know that I can't put too many, I can't like think of too many things to worry about all at the same time. I have to focus on one thing at a time and get comfortable with one thing.
Yeah, ease yourself into it, man. There's a world of things that you can learn on that stuff. So yeah, ease yourself into it. Don't, go one thing at a time.
The thing is, like, don't get overwhelmed. Yeah, don't get overwhelmed. And also do expect when you're doing options and everything, you're pretty much doing a high risk trade. It's not a low risk trade, and the chances of you losing money is also greater. So you can make money and you can lose money also, but as long as you have your defined risks and risk to reward ratio, you'll do well. But if you don't respect your stop losses and your risks, you're gonna lose money quickly. And we are going to be coming up with more courses, hopefully in another month or two, which are going to be talking about fundamental and introduction to stocks and everything, which are better for the longer term and also for the swing. And those are much safer because they give you a lot of time for the trade to work itself. You don't have any theta, time decay working against you. And, you're looking at a couple of things that you're investing in good companies, and that's the reason why you swinging them or whatever. So there's different strategies that you can do, but do understand that while you're trading right now, the options, you're, rather than being in the first grade and trading the first grade, you're actually in the fifth grade, trading at the fifth grade level, where you haven't learned the first, second, or whatever. You going quickly for the, 50%, 10, 20% to 100, 200% return. So when you're taking, the higher the reward, the higher the risk as well.
Yeah, you
hope that makes sense.
You just have to, be really conscious with your position sizing.
Yeah, and I know, like, I read your chat that you're new to trading. My recommendation to you is do not even trade real account. First month or two, just trade paper money. There's always going to be new opportunities every single day. So get to know your strategy that works while you can make money off it. Then put your real money, because you don't want to be experimenting with your money and then losing it and setting you back. And do learn as much as you can. And I think our chat room is a great platform where you can learn from a lot of other traders and trade live. And paper trading is one of the best things you can do, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking earlier about that. I started off in crypto back in January, so I know all about high risk, high reward. And I've lost so much from damn crypto. But I had beginner's luck, because in January I bought Bitcoin when it was at 3,900, and so even though I've lost half of my crypto account, I'm at break even in terms of the dollar price. So I could literally just kind of reset, and that's why. But I'm getting out of crypto because I can't stand it. It drives me crazy, and it's never. I just have never been able to figure it out. But I didn't realize that. See, I was under the impression for a long time that getting into stocks, like the traditional, as they call them, traditional stocks, because the crypto world people think they're traditional, that going into crypto was more, wasn't as expensive to get into as it was regular stocks, because I always thought, you needed at least, a $25,000, $50,000 account to even get into stocks. But I didn't know about options. I didn't know about penny stocks, didn't know about less expensive stocks that exist out there. So once I found out about options, once I found out about these different, that you don't need to have a massive account to start off, then I got more interested in it.
Nice, man. All right. I think you guys are running almost to the 50 minutes, so let me go over a couple of the positions I have, so this way you guys can also monitor it.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I'll follow along
right.
in the stream.
That has been doing pretty good. I'm already up like 40-50% of that, I believe, on my options. So I have November 25th, November 15th, $27 calls, and I'm already up like nicely on that.
Wait, for which one? I didn't hear the ticker.
MGM Resort, Bellagio, MGM Grand. So the symbol is MGM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're doing good stuff fundamentally. What's the other one? I think it might be a little too late to get into UGAS. I bought UGAS when it was around like $13. I'm up nicely on that. I think it could run up another couple of more days because of the colder weather.
It's looking like it's getting ready to turn back up.
Yep.
On the daily chart, anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to sell half of my position at $16, which I think we should be getting there soon. I already have my limit order. And if it's keep on running to like $18, $19 or whatever, I'll get rid of my other half of the position. And if it keep going below close to $12 something, I'm going to keep on buying because it is a winter time and it is a commodity that's going to be keep going up. Right now we do have an over storage problem. We had like almost like a 5 year level. Like we are the most we have. I forgot. Like I have to look at the chart again, but we are the top range of the 5 year storage capacity. I'm short MO, but it's not working out for me at the moment. And hopefully that will work out next month. MO's out here. So they have a huge position in Jewel and a couple of other companies, and most of them they're getting banned in like a lot of the countries. Not only in New York, Walmart is like stop selling those jewels. A lot of that cases are happening. I'm guessing a lot of people gonna start suing, and in the longer run, it's pretty bad for them.
Yeah.
But right now, I have November $40 put, so we'll actually $42. So let's see between now and then how they do. But I do expect their earnings going to start to take a beating because of their sales going to be affected, not be able to sell in a lot of different countries and Walmart. Let me see. Another one I'm actually short is EB, Eventbrite, and I was looking at eBay and I just came across EB by mistake. And I've been looking at their fundamentals. So if you want to actually pull up the technical analysis as well, you can see it's a very bearish stock. It just keep on going down. I think they're not really doing very well. They're missing most of their earnings.
EB?
EB, yeah, Eventbrite. So it's just like a company, I believe, like that does a lot of events and everything, professional events.
I wouldn't say that's all that bearish, man.
I'm waiting for it to come on your thing. But fundamentally, looking at their books, they keep on losing more money. Their revenues are slowing down, and their expenses are going up. And every quarter they're actually losing more money. So if you look at the EB, let me see.
Where do you usually check for fundamental stuff? Like, is there a go-to website you like?
Sometimes I just go on Yahoo Finance to look at the financials.
Gotcha.
So look at like weekly on EB. Maybe you'll see it. Actually, let me look at my chart.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, last couple of days has been pretty bullish because things are moving back up.
Yeah.
But I think a couple of years ago it was almost like double what's his worth right now.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So how far out are you short on that?
Well, this one I bought it for the long term because I don't know, when it's going to happen. So I bought a $17.50 put for January 20th. So I'm giving myself a couple of months.
Oh yeah, you should be fine on that.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at the weekly chart though. That you're gonna
Yeah, I
see.
saw
Yeah, the weekly chart it looked like shit, man.
it. Yeah. It's definitely trending down on the weekly chart.
Yeah, I think the company IPO, a couple of years ago. I think like last year or something. And that's pretty bad. They have not been able to do anything, so they actually losing more money. So we'll see. I had another place, CNC, which I just took out rest of the profit today. I saw like a large bulk order of stocks going through on that call option going on that. So I did a put credit spread on that, which I pretty much took out like 80% profit.
Nice.
And I think I alerted it in our alert room when I actually took that trade and when I took the profit out.
Yeah.
Other than that, tomorrow I think stock is very bullish. I may open up some November 15 SPY call credit spread. So let me tell you, based on today, if I were to do it, what it would look like.
Oh yeah. You missed this. I guess you were on a phone call or whatever. But I was looking at, if you look at SPY on the weekly chart, it's actually got a squeeze on right now on the weekly, and it looks like it's going to resolve to the upside. And I actually saw what tipped me off to that was John Carter sent out a tweet today, and he said buy everything. And I said, oh, let me check the squeeze. Sure enough, there's a squeeze on SPY to the upside.
All right, makes sense.
So I'm thinking, barring some BS stuff with China or something like that, this earnings season may light a fire under this market's ass, and shoot it off like a rocket.
Yeah, I actually forgot to mention another trade. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I alerted that in the alert room. I know I definitely talked about it in either the regular chat or our alert room, which was on FXI.
Yeah, I saw it in the alert room. Yeah, FXI. I didn't take a look at it though. What is that one?
FXI is like a Chinese ETF.
Oh, China large caps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking kind of bullish, huh?
Let me see, where is it? So I saw a bunch of November 15 $42 calls happening on that.
I like that. I like that higher low that it put in a few weeks, last week?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
So actually go to our alert room and pull up that the small copy of the screenshot I posted there.
Yeah, see that.
Yeah, so it's like 10-time volume when I saw it, like huge orders coming in. So I just bought some of the FXI calls to follow along the trade.
Big time to the call side.
Yeah.
Almost 105,000 to the call side, only 10,000 to the put side. So pretty big imbalance on that one.
Yeah, so somebody's betting big on Chinese stocks going up. Yeah. So I took that one. If you look at my description, it's also mentioned regarding the yin, which is YINN, which is 3 times of the Chinese ETFs.
That should look a lot like this thing, right? Yeah, it looks exactly like it. It's just
bigger moves 3 times.
3 times or 2 times?
3. We like leverage. And the best thing is it's already 3 times leverage, and you can do an option on that. So right away you have 300 times leverage. You're welcome.
I would imagine the options are pretty thin, though, right?
No, the options are pretty good.
Is that right? They have plenty of volume in there.
Yeah, I don't know about plenty of volume, but I don't have a hard time getting in and out of it.
Like I tried to trade like TQQQ
I mean,
before,
yeah,
and that's a bitch to get in and out of, man.
yeah.
At least with like credit spreads, anyway. Like
So
you can't fill a credit spread to save your life in that thing.
yeah, I'm doing them for swing purposes. I'm not doing them for like like getting in and out. So I'm not really seeing like a big difference.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let me
That's
see.
cool. Yeah, this one looks like it's trying to break the trend line too. This Chinese stuff.
Yeah.
It's breaking the trend line to the upside.
Yeah, I don't think I alerted these two other ones, but they've been doing pretty good. That I got on my other portfolio that I'm trying to manage.
Mm-hmm.
Santander, which is SAN. It's a bank stock, European bank.
Mm.
And I saw like a bunch of large order coming in for weeks ago and everything. Just like people were just like buying that stock left and right. So I think I bought it around like $3.89. It's already up to $4.25. Same thing for the Ford. I saw a bunch of orders coming in before, and it was like $8 something. Now it's like over $9.07. Oh, the two other stocks that I highly recommend is Caterpillar, CAT, and DE. I have very high hopes for those two stocks, given especially the U.S. and the China trade talk de-escalating.
Yeah, DE should be a really nice one.
Yep.
Even Trump was pushing John Deere.
He's all about the farmers, and DE is all about the farmers.
And that one's actually breaking out over resistance.
Yep.
That might be a good, and it has a squeeze. That might be a good one to look into for
I believe so.
a long swing right now.
Yeah. And both Caterpillar and DE are two good ones that I like.
I concur. Let me see. I'm gonna throw this one in the chat there. So I really like this one.
All right. Let me see what some of my scanners are showing. Geez, my scanners are showing a lot of stuff. We also have the earnings season, so things may start squeezing up again as well.
That's what I'm saying, man. You got a weekly squeeze on the SPY to the upside.
The bank. And today's bank earnings were pretty good, so they are definitely expecting and setting the mood for for the upside. What the hell? Did Nvidia had earning or something? Because Nvidia was just on fire today. I don't think any of you guys even talked about Nvidia.
I don't think anybody really watches Nvidia much anymore because this shit doesn't move much. It hasn't been moving too much.
Look at today's.
All right, let me check it out. I know Roku was insane today. Yeah, it had a nice move today. Finally.
I think this. Let me see Roku.
Roku was insane today, dude.
Yeah.
It closed really, really high too on the daily.
Yeah. That is crazy with Roku. Well, if you had the pivot level script, or if you know how to, trade based on the support and resistance, Roku would have made you a killing today.
Yeah. That's one of the ones. I love that script, man. Because with that one, you would just hold all day. You would have been, you know, long right off the open based on that thing, because it gapped up and then it took out the previous day high and then the weekly high. It just kept going. So yeah, you'd still be long if you were using that strategy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I had for today. What all earnings do we have left for this week? I think did Netflix report today, or is that tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
Here, let me check.
I thought it was today.
Let me check.
I thought it was. Because I look at earning whisperers, and they're pretty good at giving like a huge calendar showing everything.
That's what I always look at too. Let me pull them up here.
It was either today or tomorrow.
Let me pull it up from them.
I actually like marijuana stock too. I think some of you guys were talking about it last chat.
You just like marijuana, man. So
a wacky tobacco, yeah.
No, I think they're a very reasonable price compared to what they used to be, man. I gotta look up the fundamental and the financials just to see what their cash flow and rest of the stuff look like. And I was looking at one of them, and it was just crazy. I think it was whatever. I think forgot which one. It was like $3 something.
No, I don't see Netflix on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure where they are.
Yeah, it's on Wednesday, after the close Wednesday.
Oh, it is. Okay. How come it's not showing it on the Earning Whisperers website?
Yeah, it's there. Here, I'm about to post it in here. Let's see right here.
Huh. That's weird, because on their official website where you look at the calendar, they don't show it, but I remember in their overview picture they showed it.
There, if you look at the Tuesday Hangout channel, I just posted it in there. So we've got, let's see, tomorrow before the open, it's all banks.
Yeah. Did any of you guys traded RETA? I kind of alerted that, said that's going to be a good stock to trade today.
RETA? No.
Yeah, I said it like yesterday after the market closed.
No, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Yeah, look it up.
RETA. That's another pharmaceutical, man. You still trading?
I know that shit.
Hey, that was a good one off the open today.
Yeah, it was like 50%.
That was a gap and go. That was that 3-bar play.
Yep. Break of the resistance and everything, you know. That was a good play.
Yeah, it was a good one. That's a big stock too. Jeez.
I know.
Like I was expecting that to be a penny stock, and I look over to the right. No, it's it's $160 stock.
Yes.
Huh. Damn. You didn't get into it before that big run up?
Nah, man. I saw after the close the big spike.
What was the news? They have some
zero idea.
Some product thing or something. Product.
Yo.
What's up, man? Yo.
Yo, what's up,
What's up, David?
How you doing?
Good, man. You made a killing on your Visa calls and all those great stocks that you picked?
What?
So you made a killing on those Visa calls and a couple of the bullish stocks calls that you picked?
Dude, yo, I'm actually like with Visa, I don't know, man. I was kind of bearish on it, but I didn't take a position. SPY's been so fucking strong, you know. I'm actually scared to go short on anything.
Yeah. That's what we were saying earlier. I don't know if you heard that, but there's a squeeze. There's a weekly squeeze on SPY right now to the long side. So yeah, be careful with your shorts. That shit could explode in the next week or so.
Bro, you know why is the food industry kind of like selling off? Kind of weird.
I don't know. Could be just sector rotation.
Oh, I see.
I think Chipotle is coming over with a new burrito, man. I think that's why.
I think BBR's.
Bro, don't fucking say that.
I think BBR's selling all of his chicken nuggets, man.
Yeah, I think he's buying like a million chicken nuggets or something.
Hold on, let me share what I see on CMG.
Hey David, man, what's going on with your paper account? Your VW's paper account for you, man.
Bro, VW is fucking. I just sold him some trades and then I just let.
It's down like $8,000 or some shit, man.
Bro, it was up like 10,000-15,000, and then I basically didn't tell him to sell anything. Forgot. Like I just like let it ride. Hold up, where do I share it from? Should I just share it in Tuesday Hangout?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, with my bot, I had it trading oil futures, and it got short oil like last, I think, Thursday, and I shut the bot off and I forgot about it, so it was still on. The trade was still on. I looked at it, I remembered it, and I looked at it again today, and it's up like $1,100.
Dude, that's actually. I don't get this shit, yo. Why, like, oil is selling off, yo? Shouldn't the fucking market follow?
Not necessarily.
I mean, they do correlate sometimes.
They correlate, but nothing is 100%, man. That's what you gotta understand. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
What I heard is that the outlook for demand is slowing in oil right now. That's why it's falling off.
Dude, I just saw like a huge order on MGM, like a $1 million being bought of the stock at around $28. MGM. Dude, did MGM kind of spiked at 29.77? Is that correct? In the after hours?
Is that a dark pool print? Yeah, it's a dark pool print, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a dark pool print go through. Why would they put it through there?
No, it was like during the market hour. It was like a block order. Well, yeah, similar to dark pool, but during the daytime though.
It went through at, what was it, like 29.77 ish?
Yo, what are the chances? Do you think Amazon's gonna still run, yo? I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, that shit looks so strong, yo. What the fuck?
Yeah. Amazon's on fire, dude.
Holy fuck. You know what's crazy? I charged it in the morning, and I fucking looked away, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, it broke out lovely, man. Fuck.
Amazon's weird. Like, Amazon is one of those stocks, like, when it runs, it runs with its hair on fire. But then,
Dude,
and then, you'll have days where it just won't do anything. It just freaking sit there.
No, yeah.
And eat all your premium and screw you over. So it's
dude,
like, it's hit or miss lately.
David,
oh, go ahead.
David, if you would have stick with just the UVXY strategy, you probably would have double, triple your account by now.
Yeah.
Dude, don't even. Yo, I had a fucking 20. Dude, I was short UVXY from 32, and I fucking sold it for a long. Because I thought SPY was gonna tank. And then and then the next day it actually like totally reversed, dude.
Well, dude, what's your account to now? Did you hit 10,000 yet?
No, I didn't, yo. I got into a little slump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yo. Honestly, I fucked up with my fucking McDonald's entry, yo, and then I cut my loss on that when I shouldn't have, honestly.
Wow, that's debatable.
I mean, no, okay.
You probably cut it farther down than you should.
So I missed my first exit, and then it kept running, so I was like, "Fuck it, let me get out." And then, what was it on Friday? It started selling off on it. and I was already out of most of my position.
I think you know what's the problem that you're having, man. I think I have told you, but I don't think so. You're still getting it. You're really trying to predict the market without really having the insight of the market, and you're just predicting it based on your forecast of a
I
couple
need
of
to start
things.
fucking trades.
Well, he's
All my
counter,
intraday
he's
fucking
counter
started working.
he's counter trading based
Yeah.
on based on levels. He is based on levels. I mean, right?
Yeah, I mean he's hedging his position without actually having something to hedge against it.
he's selling at resistance and buying at support.
Yeah,
But actually, I mean,
uh,
McDonald's looks pretty damn bearish, man.
I mean, it does now, but after I got out most of my fucking position.
Dude, did you see freaking McDonald's replied to me, man?
Dude, I had so many 210 puts, yo.
That's
So
funny.
fucking sad.
I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, I think you
then
should.
you know what's crazy? I told everyone about my position, so a lot of people were just tagging me like, "Yo, are you gonna cut it? Are you gonna cut it? Yo, are you gonna cut it? Are you gonna cut it?" And I just kept getting fucking worried, yo.
You gotta cut out the noise, man.
Dude, bro, even you tagged me, "Yo, are you cutting it yet? Yo, you fucking
because it was rallying like crazy, and it rolled over.
It really was.
Like the day after you got in, and you were like, "Oh, I'm balls deep in McDonald's." I'm like, oh, this kid's gonna blow his shit up.
I kind of chased into it, man.
Yeah.
You were just too early on the trade. That's all it was.
No, but yo, I
too
think I got my CMG entry right this. I think CMG is gonna fall this week.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at McDonald right now, like on a daily, you'll see like when you were entering in, you were pretty much entering in when the MACD was, switching over
Dude,
to.
I entered in around fucking 206. I entered in around this price. Around 208.
Yeah, and then after it just kept rallying,
Yeah, I entered in fucking October fucking 3rd. No, October 2nd.
That was actually not bad, and then it reversed. It reversed against you like right away. As I said,
yeah, I know. The next day was a bullish engulfing. I should have fucking got out.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's a bullish engulfing. Like you should have been out of there.
Dude, I fucking see it, man. Bro.
But
you know what it is? Like I'm so down in that position after that day that it's like what the fuck? I would have saved over like $1,000.
I think you need to be like VW a little bit, man. Trade what the market's giving you and be done with it. That dude is freaking green for more than 30 days.
Yeah, he's been freaking killing it, man.
Pretty fucking cool.
But I don't know what his position sizing is. I don't know how.
He's not doing a lot though. He's only doing a couple of contracts at a time.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing like maybe
more than 5K
contracts.
That's good.
Yeah, he's doing like he was doing mostly up to like 5 contracts. I don't know if he upped it up to 10 contracts or whatever, but most of the time he was just doing 5 contracts. So,
okay.
And he's only going for a couple $100 profit, on each contract.
He goes for a lot of like in the money, like or near the money contracts too. So it's like you don't really need that big.
That's the way to do it, man.
Honestly, it is.
He's pretty much just using the same thing, the key levels that we told him about the script and everything. That's where he draws those things. He's trading the same stocks.
Let's just look at this. Look at this kid. Okay, so today he hit Amazon for $450, Tesla for $100, so $550. Let's see. Yesterday, Amazon $65, Roku $1,100. That's insane. Nailed Roku. Let's see. The day before that.
Dude, he started that account at 25K, yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. That's the kind of shit you can do when you really buckle down. It
hasn't even been a fucking month, yo, and he went like 45% on them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. Trade what the market is giving you.
Honestly, I think
you're better than him, but your discipline sucks. Like,
dude, my dick is like the fucking worst, man. I don't know what to do, man. I've tried to read books on it. I can't fucking solve it. Man. I don't know what to do.
I can't help you with that. I can just meet you up in Queens and just, give you a pimp smack.
Dude. No, but honestly, yo, I know how to fucking chart. I just can't fucking execute the trade correctly.
Why don't you just hang out with him in the chat room in the morning time, though?
Dude, I see
we trade it.
I
We
see
trade
the extras, man. Like the thing is, I just stay in it for too long.
Yeah.
Every single trade, I just stay in it for way too long.
Yeah, you got to set your
That's
stop, set
100%
your target,
true.
and when it hits one of the two, just get the fuck out. Go to the next one.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, I'm turning off the stream, but we can still hang out in here.
Yeah. Just like I told you, man. I think, you go